I work at a health food store. If you don't know what a health food store is, we pretty much only sell 3 things. We sell salt lamps, kombucha, and lies. And business is booming. We've never done better than right now. Like, we sell so much zinc. We don't even know what it does. We sell a lot of weird products at the health food store. Like, we sell this product that's called aged nut cheese. Yummy! Aged nut cheese. How did you know that that was the flavor my mouth was missing? Of all the names you could choose, that's the one you settled on? And then I tried it. It tasted exactly like aged nut cheese. Those vegans are into some weird shit. I can't stop eating it. We also saw this other product. It's called Wrap It Up Raw. You can't have both of those things. You need to pick a lane. We used to sell this product that was called U-Dream. It was a natural sleep aid. Turns out it has benzodiazepines in it. If you don't know, that's the real shit. We should have known it wasn't natural, you know? People getting withdrawal symptoms. Yeah, you don't get hooked to chamomile. Nobody's like, I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. Honey, start the kettle. Now just bring me an old tea bag and I'll suck it dry. We can't sell that product anymore. But we do sell their next product. It's amazing. It's like caffeine, Red Bull, Cialis. It's called You Up. Great stuff. It's a dumb joke. At the health food store, I work with a lot of anti-vaxxers. It's also weird because they're the same type of people that will put anything in their body, you know? Like a kale shake, MDMA from a stranger, a guy named Forrest, like everything goes in except the vaccine. We get some of the worst customers possible though. Like we have this customer, they had bought celery, they'd taken it home and they juiced it. And they're calling in to complain because the juice had turned brown. Like that's something you can complain about. And I was about to explain to like a grown adult what oxidation was. And they cut me off like, you froze the celery, I know you froze the celery. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, we've never frozen the celery. I was like, nobody else has complained about frozen celery. And she's like, do you know what you're saying to me? You're saying it's just me. That's what everybody tells me. She kept going. She's like, you froze the celery. Do I have to take this to YouTube? I was like, sure, go ahead. What does she think YouTube is? YouTube's not some journalist waiting by the phone like, oh yeah, today's the day we can take down big celery. They've been hiding behind Cheese Whiz for too long. Just treating us like we're ants on a log and no more. So I just did what I had to do, and I hung up. And you don't step to me, okay? But I went and I checked and we had frozen all of the celery. Whoops. But you don't step to me, okay? I will fuck you up. I know I don't look scary, okay? I get it. I know I look like a human meerkat. I know I look like both characters from Ratatouille. I understand. But I'm crazy, okay? Last night, 10 p.m., I made granola. With no oats. Yeah, it was straight nuts, okay? I used to get in fights in the scariest place. Bible camp. And that's the scariest place to get into a fight because you don't know which side Jesus is on. Before you start throwing Hail Makers, you have to ask the other person, hey, how many memory verses did you remember this week? And you start throwing. I don't know how to get out of this joke. Never found a way. Assisted suicide, let's talk about it. I had a family member who did assisted suicide. I'm so glad that was an option. Like, I'm so glad assisted suicide is legal now. But I don't think it goes far enough. I think it should be more fun. Like, I think you should be able to kill yourself any way you want, you know? Yeah. Like, if you're terminal, you should be able to find someone else that's terminal and just have, like, a gunfight, you know? Like, go out in a blaze of glory, ask this chap to dick out, who cares? Ladies, your vulva flapping in the breeze. This is it. Like, I think you should be able to do Cirque du Soleil one time. All trapezing, no training, you know what I'm saying? You don't need a net, you just need a mop. My grandfather was an undertaker. Not the Undertaker. Just a Undertaker. But he did used to beat us with chairs. I could never do that job. He had to deal with death day in and day out. I could never do that. Like, I'm so terrible with death. I just push people away. I'm a sensitive boy in the body of a sensitive boy. Has anybody been whale watching recently? Yeah, did you enjoy it? Nah, it's a fucking scam. Whale watching is the biggest scam out there. You've been bamboozled by a big whale. If any other activity was like whale watching, you would ask for your money back, okay? You barely get to see the whales. It's glimpsing whales. Like, imagine if you went to a basketball game and you paid $200 and you couldn't see anything below the hoop. You're like, I know shit's going on, but I'm missing all of it. Every time someone dunks, you're looking at the wrong hoop. You're like, what is this? Leave those whales alone. I'm a dad. Yeah, I've had sex. I'm 2 for 2. I'm a dad. I love being a dad. I have 2 kids, and it's amazing, but sometimes it's really hard. And it can be scary. Like the other day, my son had grabbed a plastic bag, and he had put it on his head, and I quickly reacted, and I snatched off his head so fast that my son started bawling and started crying so hard. I almost put the bag back on. I'm like, no, this is for your future. I love being a dad. But I also love smoking weed. And I don't like smoking weed around my kids. You know, I don't want them seeing their dad having more fun than them. There's nothing worse than a jealous baby, you know? But one time I did get super baked, and I watched my son. And I'll never forget that day, because it was actually the day my son said his first word. He looked up at me, he was like, Dada. No matter what you believe in, if you believe in God, science, or the universe, you believe that something came from nothing. I was like, whoa! Somebody can't handle their weed? I love roller coasters. Roller coasters are one of my favorite things of all time because it's the closest thing you're gonna feel to dying without actually dying, you know? But I took my kids to the fair. I didn't go on a single ride at the fair. I don't trust it, you know? Because you're trusting someone at the fair whose best skill is leaving town so fast. Like their best skill is leaving town so fast, you weren't even sure they were there. The only reason you know a fair happened was the smell of old hot dogs and the pressed down grass. That's what I think crop circles are, by the way. A crop circle is a fair you just weren't invited to. Yeah, we need to stop looking for E.T. and start looking for popcorn. Fun was had and you were not there. I gotta take my kids, we have a family tradition in my household to go to the salmon run up in Goldstream. And I didn't realize what the salmon run was until I brought my kids there. You know, as a kid, you're running around next to the salmon run, and you're like, you picture what you see in like a nature documentary, you know? Like the salmon run, it's like these fish, these salmon swimming upstream, they're jumping up the river, they're splashing up rainbows, you know, dodging bear claws. You're like, wow, nature is so beautiful. But when I brought my kids there, it was just a fish massacre. We're just having hot dogs next to thousands of dead fish. They look like a Quentin Tarantino fish movie, you know? Like Reservoir Fish. The weirdest part was not one kid was crying. Because nobody gives a shit about fish. Imagine if that was any other type of animal. Are you kidding me? You couldn't bring your kids there. Like you couldn't be like, oh hey kids, everybody out of the van. Let's go see that puppy run. There's a golden retriever split in half. There's a little chihuahua head flowing down the river. You wouldn't be like, hey Billy, why are you crying? It's nature, it's beautiful. That joke is a little dark, sorry. As you can probably tell, I am circumcised. Yeah, I'm circumcised. I've been circumcised since before I could remember. It's been a while now. When me and my wife found out we're gonna have a son, we're like, what do we do? You know? We had no idea what we do. So we did a bunch of research of why people still circumcise their sons. And the number one reason people give is that fathers want their sons' dicks to look like theirs. That's weird, right? That's fucking weird. I was just in Alberta, they think it's weird there too. Because I don't know, maybe there's some dudes in here that are closer with their dad. But I've never once compared dicks to my dad. Like I've never gone up to my dad, hey dad, come on, whip it out. Look, same. Fuck yeah, let's go fishing. It's never gonna happen. I don't need my son's penis to look like mine to know he's my son. He looks like a human meerkat and he can't eat gluten. He's my son. I can't eat gluten. is life even good if you can't eat glue? It's not. No. It sucks. People don't want to hear about it. Like, you guys don't even give a shit. You're like, I can eat glue, and I don't care what your predicament. It's probably even made up. It's not. And people think if you're gluten intolerant, you're weak. And physically, yes, of course. But mentally, we are the strongest people you know, okay? Like, do you know how hard it is to eat a gluten-free wrap? You have to pick it up, and every finger is engaged. Like you're holding a melting baby. And the entire time you're holding it, it wants to fall apart and become a salad. It's dreamed its entire life of becoming a salad, and you're the only thing stopping it. And you slowly bring it to your mouth like a crane, and you take a bite, and it's soggy and dry. How is that possible? And then you have to look over at your wife, eating a delicious burger with a gluten bun, and you don't slap it out of her hands? That's resilience. Me and my wife, we live in a basement suite with our kids, obviously. We don't ship them out, you know. And it's hard because we try to still be romantic, but it's like a tight space. My kids are light sleepers. Like, we have to keep it quiet, you know. We have to be like, we got to have a sneaky sex. And it's like, we can't even dirty talk anymore. It's so hard. Like, we have to dirty whisper, you know. I was like, hey, babe, do you like that dick? Blink twice if you like that dick. She's yet to blink, okay? So it's 3 weeks ago. She still hasn't blinked. Longest game. Okay, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a spy. So I got like all the gadgets from like the Scholastics, you know? And one of my favorite things I bought was the glasses with the mirrors on the side. Yes! Yeah, you could... They were so impractical. Turns out when you're 8, nothing happens behind you. My eyes still hurt from just like straining to see. But I still have them. And now my wife wears them. When we were doing reverse cowgirl. So we can still maintain eye contact. I married my high school sweetheart. Yeah, we've been together for 14 years now. Thanks. Whenever people tell me like I married my high school sweetheart, they always go, "Aw." Yeah, they always go, "Aw." There's nothing sweet about your first relationship in high school. Your first relationship in high school was disgusting. Like, my wife made me come in my pants so much. And then her dad would have to drive me home. And I'd be like, oh, I hope he doesn't smell my cum. Because I bet he's going to be my father-in-law in a few years. Yeah, there's nothing sweet about it. We used to have a lot of butt sex because we're Christian. Not anal. I would put my dick between her butt cheeks, you know. We called it hot dogging. Yeah, I have to keep those memories with me forever. You guys all left your first relationships. You're like, I'm burying those memories. It's hard. I feel like sometimes it feels really hard, like that I found the one so early. You know. Sometimes I feel like I missed out on some opportunities. You know. It's hard. It's because your mind always wonders, like, was the grass greener on the other side? You know. How do they mow their grass? Like, I've only had sex with one person, and it's like, how do I explain? It's like if you want a lifetime supply of your favorite ice cream, okay? There's only one rule. If you try any other type of ice cream, you can never have your favorite again. And you look around, you're like, tiger, that looks pretty good. Raspberry cheesecake didn't even have that shit before. But I was 15 and I chose vanilla. But you can still spice it up, you know? Like, you can still put some sprinkles on it, put some whipped cream on there. You can still get to peg you in the ass. That's been my time. You guys have been a fantastic.